Hi, in this tutorial, we will talk about the user-defined function and how many types of user-defined function we have in SQL and how we can use them. So the user-defined function, it's very useful in SQL. We can use it in many places. Uh, we can use it in the store procedure. Uh, the user defined function cannot modify my database status. So anything that I am going to do on my script here that I'm going to create is not gonna affecting anything in my database or in my table. The user defined function very similar to invoke, and it's dealing with parameters. So I'm going to show you guys how the user-defined function. We have two types. The first one is called scalar value scalar value function. The scalar value function, it's return for me a single value. Uh, Return for me uh, a single value. And I do have another one called table value function. This one is return for me a table value. So two types I have. One it's scalar value function, and the other one is table value function. Return a table. So I'm going to the first one. I'm going to show you guys here. I have here. Let me go first. Select everything from student table. I would like to start. So I want you to create for me a function uh, that's return for me the age of the student name whenever you have like a name, a student name. Like I want you to create for me a user-defined function that you're going to put the name of the student, and I want to see the age of that student. Remember, I'm going to use the scalar value function because it's going to return for me a single value. And then on the same thing that I'm going to use a table value function. So if I have input student name, I want his age. How this gonna be? We will say, okay, create function. Let's call it scal no, scalar underscore student function. Open the parentheses, and here my variable or parameter, it will be the student name. Student name will be varchar 255. All right. So here I want you to returns for me int, because the age will be int. So this is returns int as begin end. Okay. So here I will add my script how I will retrieve um, the age, using the date of birth column. So, guys, we have to use a system function. It's the data diff. So we can retrieve the age of the student. So let's see how it will work. But before of that, we have to use another parameter or another variable to invoke that table or that age. So without creating this one, we're gonna use it later on whenever we're gonna trying to call the name of the student. So we will see his age. But the other one we have to create it to adding my my result, my age in my other uh, variable, and then I'll return the variable. This is will be more clear for you guys whenever I'm gonna start to create my variable. I'm gonna say declare at table. I'm gonna say it int because the result will be the age. Set at table will be select date diff, here the year and date of birth, and here I'm gonna say get a date. Guys, that you have to use the current date. This is how I'm gonna refresh my local cage. So from, no, I'm not gonna. Yes, from student. Let me, this one bring it here. Student where I have employee, no, where student name equal at student name, and I need you to return at the table at the table. Now I believe my script it's now is complete. This one, the first variable, I'm gonna use it here. I'm gonna show you guys so it will be more clear for you. Select dbo dot the name of my function. It's very important to add the schema name, dbo dot by default, because I didn't choose any schema name here, so it will be by default dbo dot the scalar variable, and the name I'm gonna say like Jack here as here age. So here uh, the first variable I'm gonna use it right here. Whenever I want you to give me the age, I want you to give me the age of the student name that is equal to the name that I'm gonna provide here, which is this is the variable that's called student name. It's right here. I use it right here. The second one, I have to declare another variable. It's int as well because this is gonna retrieve for me only a single value, which is the age. I want to declare for me a table as an int. Set the table it's equal this script. This one it's retrieve for me the age of the student name, and it will be added to this table, to this variable, and then I'm gonna call it. So you have to create two variables. One is to use it later on after you complete to create your function, and the other one is to put the your a value inside that variable, and then you have to call it. Without creating the variable, you cannot you will get an error. So this is my scalar value function. It's created. Now I'm gonna here I called the scalar value function, and I need the age of Jack. It's 18. It's collected for me here. So if I selected both, it's not gonna work. Oh, I believe. Let me selected both. Now it works. This is the Jack, and this is his date of birth. Today it's 2019, so this is like the age. It's 18 years old. If I say, okay, I want Mike and give me his age. So I see Mike, it's 36 years old. Uh, if I go to programmability right here to functions, scalar value function, I will find this is uh, my function that I just created. All right. If I go, okay, now I want you to create for me a table value function. The same thing, I want you to have a student name as an input, but I need you to retrieve for me all his information. So how the table it will be, it's a little bit, it's different from scalar value function. It's like, I'm going to show you here, create function. I'm going to call it here. Um, Let me see here. Table value function. So we will know this is a table, and the other one it's a scalar. And I'm gonna have the same thing, student name vaka 255. This is my input parameter or input variable. So I'm gonna say the same thing, returns table. Here I said returns int. Here it's returns table. As here it says as begin and end. Here no, you have to say okay as return, and you will add your script without creating any other variable or adding your value to that variable. This is more simpler. So I'm going to say select everything from student where student name equal at student name. Here I believe it's complete. So now I'm gonna say here select everything from the from let's see dbo dot table function name where no without where here only will add the name of the student. Here we go. See now, now I have here. Let me just clear it. It's right here. See now, I'm going to retrieve everything is related to Mike. And in a scalar value function, you cannot say select everything, or you can say select like student, student class, student name, student like rank. It's just like it's a table. It's a table. So whenever the name it's Mike. So this is the difference between the table and the scalar value function. Scalar value function is retrieved for me only one value, single value. You cannot use like single. You cannot selecting multiple values. It's only one value. While here, you just use it as just a table, but whenever you are selecting the name of your table function, you have to provide it, you know, the parameter. If you have more parameter, uh, you know, just for example, if you add like more parameter, you have to add here more parameters, you know, as much as here parameters, you have to add the same parameters here. So this is the a scalar value function and the table value function and how you are use them. Thank you for watching and see you for next videos.